Fillets, really great meat, really high value meat, but tiny amounts of it. To be honest, it's not worth selling to the game dealers a lot of the time, so it'll probably be the only time that your group will get a chance to taste this. A really fiddly bit of meat, so what we want to do is kind of open up the space. So all I do is sharp knife again, going to take out these belly flaps, and the way to do that, don't cut into the loin, cut straight down. When you hit the rib, turn your knife and just use the rib as a guide. That's great sausage meat. So same on the other side. We're going to cut in under the haunch, turn the knife, cut down. When you hit the rib, turn the knife, and use the rib as a guide. And to be honest, if you're in the woods, you're probably going to bin this because you can't temperature control it. But yeah, it's absolutely fine for sausage meat. All right, so loads easier access to the fillets. This time of year, every animal's going to have a little bit of fat on it. This is the animal's energy store. Great for whacking into stews. It's not a bad tool for fire lighting. Don't need a knife, take it off. Just get your fingers in there, pull it away. So fillets is this strip of meat here. Doesn't do much apart from operate the anus, which means because it's not worked hard, it's really tender meat and it's gonna have very, very fine muscle fibers. You do not need a knife at this point. You just gotta be gentle. Finger in, and then as soon as your finger's in, gently start easing the meat away from the vertebrae at the back. I'm kind of shaping my fingers around it. If you just pull on it, you're going to leave loads of meat behind. You do not want to do that. So that's one length of fillet, and tucked up just in front of the anus is what I call secret fillet. Tripe knife in. You can see the whole length of the fillet then. And with this bit, again, the temptation is just to grab and lift. If you do that, you'll leave meat behind. So again, fingers in and just ease it away. The white, silvery skin at the top is its connectivity to the skeleton. So that's called silver skin. You can see why. And we're going to need to use a knife on that. Real tough stuff. That's what makes meat chewy and tough. Second fillet. So I'm just easing my fingers, and I'm not pulling on it. I'm just pushing it off the bones with my fingertips. And again, the secret fillet going up next to the arse. Knife in, run it up. And that gives you the whole of the fillet. The silvery skin on the top is the only place you need to use a knife. So fillets, really small beat of meat. If you think the beef fillet's kind of this long, low, smaller animal, but the reason it's kind of prized, see how fine the muscle fibers are? You can tease them apart with your thumbs. When this is cooked, it's going to shrink. Like you hit a muscle with heat, it's going to contract. So you need to let it rest off a little bit. Once it's rested off, you're carving perpendicular, so at right angles to the grain, so directly across these long muscle fibers. If you've got a group of 10, you'll be lucky to get 1 or 2 bits of fillet per person for the group.